Welcome back. We had to stop the last recording right in the middle of this battle. I believe we were trying to take the city and we're fighting on a wall. We're trying to chop down these militiamen to get a crown mural, maybe? I forget exactly, but something good. So let's chop these guys up. And even though we have no stamina or footing, we have such a good chance to hit them. Should be taking way better shots than the leg. Pop. And we'll finish them. All right, 29 rounds. I don't think we made it first. Let's see. We look around to see if we made it. No one else has made it to the top. Wow. That's almost 30 rounds. Not long afterwards, we're walking the street, killing anyone that we meet. On your right, there's a beautiful small temple to the goddess Circe, who the locals call Demeter. You see a lone man. The moment he sees you, he's frozen with terror. He's unarmed and looks too old and scrawny to fight anyway. Hardly a threat. A couple of Legionnaires promptly move towards him, sword at the ready. You are in command of this group. Do we stop them or kill the old man? They made it pretty clear. There's a temple, you know. He's old, so we'll stop our troops. Soldiers look at you in confusion, but you repeat your command and they fall in line. Increase in virtue, and our men trust us. You gesture to the old man, and he goes into the temple, and our troops are happy they didn't have to kill him, so that's good. All right, the rewards for the fight at the wall are assigned. You are awarded a mural crown along with a munificent prize, 450 denarii. Very good. Very stressed, so let's... Okay. Philip had to deal with the invasion by the Dardanians from the north. The attackers are retreating now, hard pressed by a Macedonian army. Let's see. Galba turns westwards towards your original starting point. The rich loot of your raid is shared amongst... Wow, so almost 1,000 or over 1,000. Part of it has been set aside. I'm going for grabs for a series of games. Okay, so let's take a look at our character. Javelin on distance, strength, endurance. Nah, endurance. Okay. Start at the first of 3 laps around the track. Let's save our breath. We're gonna... Okay. Quickness, I mean... Yeah. Yeah, the strength we've saved will keep a steady pace. Quickness and endurance, there we go. 2 laps done, and we will sprint. Not the most complicated series of choices here. No, all right, cool. Quickness and endurance. So it wasn't endurance, that's at 90. Our quickness, 71. Pretty surprised we didn't win. In second place... Nice. Very good. Going to fit the denarii, a bunch of stats to increase. But we are pretty flush right now. Let's go some patrol. The winter's especially harsh. We'll have a hard time dealing with it, so we'll buy some adequate clothing. Don't really run into that one too much. The new console is taking over. Oops. About 2,000 veterans from the African campaign are mutinying. For one thing, they claim they have never volunteered for this war, but were forced to embark by the tribunes of the former council. For another, they have served long enough and have the right to go back to their families. We will be sympathetic. We're a soldier too. Can't turn our back on our brothers in arms, that's right. Now, we lost some consul opinion, but we're not bothered by that. And our tribune, we're not bothered by that either. They don't fight with us, they don't cook with us, they don't eat with us, they don't sleep with us, so... I mean, you know, sleep next to us. This is the Romans, so hey, yeah, Greeks, Romans, they're all sorts of wild. I mean, look at our politicians. It don't change, does it? The situation is resolved, and the new consul agrees to write to the Senate about the veterans' requests, providing the mutiny is called off immediately. Looks like we avoided the mutiny. We are just trying to get our stress down a little bit. So, goodness gracious. Oh, whoa. I've never ran into this before. sword, shield, or javelin. You know, we're gonna have to fight the phalanx, so we're gonna take our sword just so we can. Wow, nice. That's an extra 4. How much is our time going down? Okay, probably about 10 more of those. Tons of gold. We're not gonna waste any time on here. Yes, we are. We're gonna waste 1 turn on here. Just looking at the gold value. Nothing. Okay. All right. I would rather... Strength and Constitution. This is not going to really give us what we want here. Let's see. There's 4 up there. Let's go get them. Definitely not the easiest patch to get through. You have not found many supplies here. You expected a lot more. Let's look harder. All right. We got them. Take their provisions and you will doom the inhabitants. There's 5 settlements here, so we'll spare the settlement. They show respect for my decision. That's right. Oh, I mean, we'll be all right. Ambush. Enemies in linen cuirass, each holding a light-colored shield, emerge from the wood to attack you on your flanks. 2 of them close on you, hurling their javelins at the same moment. All right. Enemies have the high ground. That's okay. Theorophorus. Yep, I said that. Perfect. We'll close in. Deflected the... We deflected the... both javelins, if they really did throw them. Sometimes I'm not sure, but just flavor script, but deflected both of them. It's a shame we failed that. We should have pretty good time against these guys. Generally, any fights that happen during these skirmishes are not too big of a deal. We could recover. That'd be cool. One of your comrades joined the fights. I wish that would happen more often. I wish the fights sometimes would be harder and more often you'd have your own troops coming and going. I wish I could recover. That'd be dope. Really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we're about to have a problem. Let's go. We have a pretty good chance there. Let's see if we can get a shot through his helmet. Oh. Okay. I wish I could see the... I guess the arm is 1 less damage than the leg. But that was a lot of stamina that went down. If I did 24 damage, I'm not sure how much damage I did. I've never seen that before. That was a lot of stamina. That viewing, let's see. Penalty awareness 7. That's crazy. No, sir. They realize they've bitten off more than they can chew. Yep. All right, we just need to find 1 sack, and we may just come back up here. Oh, gotta find a bigger one than that. There we go. Now, we can't run across too many mountains. Ah, yeah, we bit off a little more than we could chew here. 1, 2, 3. Then just straight down. Nice. There we go. Cool. Quickness, coordination. With the arrival of spring and the news of Philip's presence and nearby Piraeus, Tapulus is eager to leave winter quarters and move towards the enemy. You are encamped after a long day's march when something completely unexpected happens. The new consul is here, ready to take command and send Tapulus back to Rome. He must have left Italia much sooner than is customary, and hurried by forced marches since then. He is very young for a consul. Consul. About your age, but he looks like a very driven man. A few days later, his reinforcements join you. He has brought over 3,000 veterans. Attaboy. Let's see. Javelin, nice. Got a javelin point out of that. Nah. We just know we didn't. Okay, man, can we get one more point? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 71. Okay. We're in the big boys now. Centurio Prior and the Principe. Alright. You overhear two tribunes discussing the present situation. The youngest of the pair insists it would be better to take the long route through Dassoritia, bypass the enemy entirely, and invade Macedonia from there. Oh, I skipped it. I'm sorry. Pretty much saying, yeah, but then our supply line's going to get cut off, so the older one advises the younger. Yeah, nothing really for us. I don't even know why it's really in there. The enemy's position is very solid and difficult to attack. It is no surprise when the consul accepts a summit with Philip to discuss peace terms. He needs time to figure out how to crack this nut. It's even less surprising when the meeting comes to nothing. The next day, several skirmishes erupt between patrols on the plain, separating your camp from the Macedonians. Fighting is spreading quickly, and your unit is sent out to help reduce the pressure. Yikes. Phillips has sent reinforcements too. The first thing you notice are the 20 feet tall pikes held high by the rear ranks. The phalanx. The phalanx is approaching. You have seen many things in the last 12 years. None were as scary as the 5 layers of spear points advancing towards you like an impregnable, death-dealing wall. That's why we took the swords. We gotta cut into this thing. Let's pick off a specific target. Bam! Got him. I don't know really what that does for the phalanx, but let's hurl our javelin at it. We got him again, minus 16. You think about your options. An outrageously skilled fighter might attempt to cut his way through the spear wall and engage the enemy at close quarters. Mere mortals have better focus on survival, holding the long line and trying not to get their morale crushed by this dreadful opponent. Yeah, let's go. So this is double and a half. Okay, but I missed. That's a huge hit. I should have went on defensive again. Covered, that's okay. Our chop is over half. That is huge. Or chop wasn't even an option. Slash was the only thing that was working at all. This is great. No need to change what we're doing. Yikes, that could have hurt though. Whenever you see those necks, those heads come through, it could just end your game right there. Well, I'll take you down to half, and then you get 2 small hits, and then you get another one of the big ones, and it's just over. Oh, come on. Let's get 40%. Nope. Okay. They can heal. They're about to heal, I'm sure. I need to... I should have recovered. Yeah, situation shifting. Let's chop them one more time. Oh, I need... Come on. There we go. So we broke the phalanx. You engage the Phalangatites without wasting time. You're outnumbered, but they are not as skilled at you at close quarters. But all right, let's see how we stack up against them. We're gonna have to kill them quick. I believe they pile up. Let's take a swing. Tracking. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to hit these. I can't be missing like I was one after another. Gonna have to put them down. Another enemy joins the fight. Oh, okay. It's not what I needed. See, soft spot the head. If that would have hit, just happens quick. You think you're doing well, and it happens quick. That was cover, or what was that? It doesn't really matter, but that seems like it should have. Anyways. Now, I've never done anything other than get pushed back. So, I'm not sure what else there is. Oh, boy. Now we're in trouble. We lost our... He's about to go down, but... He's the one we're close to killing, too, so... There we go. And he's not wearing any greaves at all, so we'll take his legs out. There we go. I'll give us a much better chance of punching through the head. Much better chance of punching through the head. And then we can just chop his legs. All right. Oh, I've never done that before. The fierce barbarian warrior, that's us. Sowing death among their ranks is too much for them. The Phalang are breaking and retreating. Enemy skirmishers promptly interfere to cover their withdrawal. They can't hold you for long. You start giving chase as soon as you've regrouped. That's the first time I've ever broken through that. That's excellent. The pursuit takes you closer and closer. The ground is getting unfavorable. Such a slope is going to make it very difficult for you to fight. The Macedonians have put up siege weapons to reinforce your position. Their position. They're shooting at you with their ballista. Oh, no, okay. Something smashes your shield and knocks you off your feet. In the shock of the moment, your first thought is that your first clear thought is that your arm is still attached. It must have been a glancing blow, or you'd be dead already. Enemies are approaching from above. You feel vulnerable without a shield. We can borrow the shield of another and send him to the rear line. You can't stay here and fight without a shield. That would be suicide. Move to the rear line. Stay where you are and fight even without a shield. Let's go with that. Whether by braveness or by madness, induced by the trauma, you steel yourself to repel the approaching enemies. And we have a -10, and we don't even have our darn, whatchamacallits, right? So, the spears that with the pila, javelins. All right. Oh, we are hosed. Okay, let's we actually gotta take this guy down. Oh, Sally, no. Hey. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Yeah, there you go. Soft spot, chop your head up. Okay. There we go. Bring him down. There you go. I don't know why you're fainting on me. Should just be attacking. You're hitting me every single time. So just chop him down. Let's go. Come on. Okay, there we go. Yikes. Chop my neck. Eesh. The enemy starts pulling back. As soon as you gain a little ground, the difficult terrain and the enemy defenses unravel your progress. When sunset comes, the skirmish dies out, and we grab a hold of an abandoned shield. All right. We can't defeat Philip with a frontal attack, not as long as he's holding his advantageous position. One night, your maniple and many other are silently gathered in the intervallum between the ramparts and the tents. It's a little army, perhaps as big as a legion. A tribune is in charge, and there is a bound man next to him. You march under the moonlight, away from the enemy, at least initially, before you take a path through the mountains. You encamp, eat, and rest, only to resume your journey at night. They say the bound man is a local shepherd who promised to lead you behind the Macedonian camp. He is bound to make sure he stays true to his word, but has been promised a rich payment for his help. On the third night, you are told to be doubly vigilant. You must be very close to your destination. Oh, wait, what? 64 awareness, alright. One of the Legionarys immediately gives the alarm and points to a rise off the path. He is right. You see helmets glinting in the moonlight as two figures try to make their escapes. Enemy, look out. Let's take part in the chase. Even with the help of the moonlight, the hunt is very demanding, and the lookouts have had a good head start, but you never lose sight of them. Only Terentius is keeping up with you. When the two fugitives realize you're getting too close, they turn around to fight a desperate battle. Oh, they're tired. Let's just take them out. And we will soft spot right through the head. Oh. Just hack into his chest. Oh, we should just soft spot it, I guess. Haven't yet found anything other than a sword. Just various versions of the sword. Let's see if this will do right here. Ah. And soft spot to the head. Nope. Okay. Super tired. Soft spot to the head. There we go. Try that one more time. Nice. 33 is a huge hit. Nothing we need. Other Legionaries are arriving in 2s and 3s, but this battle's already over. Got a cup. You arrive at your destination before dawn. You are told that the enemy is below the other side of the height you are holding right now. You can take some time to rest, but soon in the morning the tribune signals your position to the consul with a column of smoke. After this, you are told to wait and be at the ready. It is hard to say how long you've been waiting. In moments like this, time always seems to slow down. At last, the order is given to advance. When you appear above the enemy camp, you can feel their panic even from this far. Some of them attempt to oppose your advance, but they are routed with ease. The rest of the Macedonian army is fighting against the troops that remained with Flaminius. The mere sight of you approaching from behind is too much for them. They give up the battle and flee. Were it not for the rugged ground that hampered your cavalry, Philip would have lost most of his army today. As it is, many of the Macedonians escaped, including their king. We could have won the day, but we didn't. We gained a bunch of money. We don't need it. Let's see, we have 5,000, so I guess intelligence. HO. Okay. He's being Consul Flaminius is known for being a Philippine, a great admirer of Grecian culture. He thinks virtuous, honorable officers like you will help establish firm and long-lasting ties with the locals. All right, nothing. We'll try one more time. We have tons of money and nothing. So our intellect, I mean, it's 70. It's nothing horrible. We can't change it. Your victory at the river Eus opened up a path through Epirus and into Thessalia. a region long under Macedonian dominion. Here you are joined by 2 allies, the Aetolians and the Athenians. They have already taken control of several towns. The consul is determined to capture the city of Peloria. It is garrisoned by 2,000 soldiers of Philip's army. It soon becomes clear that this is going to be harder than usual. The defenders are driving back every assault. Days after the siege, your patrol captures a group of merchants not too far from the city. Try to pry some useful information out of them. Sure. They won't cooperate. We'll just take them back to the camp. You have already done your part. The return trip is uneventful. Today you'll storm the city walls. We have had our say every time, but apparently our intellect is not that great to find us, good gear. You did an outstanding job. Excellent. The first man over the wall. Yep, you betcha. Go for the Merle Crown. 63 charisma. We'll be quick, but try to adopt a more prudent approach. I don't think it worked out for us last time. All right, ricochets off our shield. A bunch of defenders is ready. Let's go. Garrison soldier. Okay, not a militiaman or an expert militiaman, but an actual garrison soldier. Let's close in. And we'll start chopping his legs out. Let's see. Attack. What is that? L? No. Sometimes when you're fighting these battles against the lower levels, you really can let your stamina go to 0, but not against these guys. It doesn't seem. Let's recover. Oh. There we go. Nice. It's always very satisfying when that happens. Huge hit. %. Nice, we got it. Ooh, they got us. Just for 7 though. Yeah, there's no health potions in this game, so we take damage here. We're not going to heal until the game wants us to heal. I guess that's any game necessarily, but we only heal when we move through stages. So they can get you 8 here, 8 here, right there, and then that's a quarter of your health. Then they chop your neck for 40. You're like, what? Yikes. Okay, we gotta press this guy. 7 is not what I need. But yeah, 29 is, we got up there first last time, but I don't think we're going to be putting these guys down in the next couple moves. Yikes. And we put me down. One more time. 75% chance. There we go. Thank you. Failed my recovery. No, okay. Now I'm tired. Now you're tired. No, hey. Won't be doing that again. Oh, man. Maybe those Greaves limit damage to 7, because that's... I need some more than 7. Okay. No. There we go. There we go. Thank you, sir. 50 rounds to get there. I'm pretty sure we didn't get to the top. Yeah, we're not the first to make it to the top. We got a couple hundred denarii, but we really can't use it. threat of our life. We reliable and a just leader. Great. But you don't help me when I ask you to go get that Merle crown, though. So, you know. All right, let's see where the villages are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start up and to the right. Say hello. Say hello. You have not found many supplies. We'll look harder. Not so well hidden valuables. Supervising the loading supplies from someone in the cellars. You are here to find supplies, not to sack the place. We will resist the temptation. You will not take their most precious belongings from these farmers. Very good. As you approach the village, a hail of stones greet you. Many peasants are gathered straight ahead. Makeshift weapons. Let's try to capture them, avoiding bloodshed. Let's see. Yep, works like a charm. They have surrounded. The few remaining out of your trap have no choice but to surrender. Got the money, got the gold. Let's go. Yep, all the way down. And in we go. Mental attributes have not improved. Be that way. You suffer a mortifying setback at Atrax. Your siege engines tear down a section of the city wall, but the Macedonian garrison forms a phalanx behind the breach. They thwart any attempt to break into the city. The fact that your maniple wasn't involved does little to lessen the frustration. He raises the siege and leads you in search of less defended targets. A bunch of towns fall in rapid succession. We have so much money. The last to fall before winter is done. When the dispute arises, the only intervention. Cool, so we're saving some lives. Hey, here's super expensive right here. What's this? 1714. Let's compare. 100, 100, 5, 17, 29, 4. So, I mean, we don't have any other reason to spend our money. So, I guess I'll search one more time, right? Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. Hang around. We'll do some patrols. The Achaean League joins the anti-Macedonian coalition. Many suspect. Okay. When he is given proconsular authority by the Senate, you're all certain that the conflict will go on until an overwhelming defeat forces Philip to concede all Rome demands. Thousands of reinforcements join you from home. Okay. Not too much left to do here. Your party is walking through a small town when a stone bounces off your shield with a thump. Someone is having fun using you as target practice. Try and catch the culprit. You glimpse a figure withdrawing behind a nearby building and give chase. You seize him after a brief pursuit. He's just a young boy. Well, yeah, until he kills you, I'll just scare him straight. You can only catch a few words, but by the way he's groveling and crying, you think he's learned his lesson. You let him go and get back to your companions. They're still laughing it up. All right. You're marching past an upturned car. There's only women and children, refugees. None of them look injured, but they can't flip the vehicle. Everyone keeps marching as if it didn't exist. Stop and help. They're wary of us, but they accept us when we want to help. They thank you for your unexpected aid. The children wave at us as we resume our place in the column, and they set off in the opposite direction. Yeah. Some humanity's left in us. That's right, just a little bit, you know. A river of blood washes away, so gotta find an island to stand on. Alright, we are flush there. Yep, that's it. Let's go. You camp in proximity of Far. Let's see how long we've been going for. Half hour. All right, we're gonna pause it here. Thanks for watching. We are getting pretty close to the end. think we're gonna fight the Phalanx 3 more times, something like that. Forget, maybe we already fought it twice. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.